What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And today I am going to help you give you a guide on how to create a God Squad on MLB The Show with no money spent. So first things first, the biggest advice that I would give towards people is that it's going to require time. For sure, it's not going to be easy. Usually programs take about 2.5 hours to complete, maybe even quicker if you're really a good player. They have an extreme moment, but other than that, it usually takes a little time if you're just really chilling. Not because of the moments, sometimes because of the moments, but other times it's also because of the PXP like path and all that, like the stuff that you have to do for paralleling the player, and sometimes that gets really tedious. So, but my biggest advice, anytime you're starting a new team at any point of the game, any point of the year, you always want to do the latest program. Usually those are the best ones. So as of right now, we have the last ride with David Ortiz that's been completed. I mean, you get stubs, you get better, good, decent players that you can automatically use on your team. Also, complete as many as you can. Really, I haven't done this one, I don't care. Really, it's you want to get as much XP as possible. So for me, like, you get 15,000 XP for doing that one, you get 15,000 XP for doing this one. So what you pretty much, you're stacking up XP and finishing the whole reward path. So when you get towards like the end of the XP path, you get the 30,000 XP. And even with these evolution things, I feel like we're gonna get more and more of these to come out throughout the year. I don't think this is the only thing we're gonna get, so I would suggest doing these as soon as these come out too. I mean, you only do it for the XP, and the challenges aren't really super hard. They're actually pretty easy. Also the spotlight, which is probably going to be coming out more and more throughout the year, a cool little 5k XP, but you're really doing this to get that monthly reward player, and that's really a big key thing. So after all that, and grinding those programs, the best way to grind those programs to me is Conquest. Super easy. You get to choose your difficulty. You don't really have to sweat. You don't really have to lock in, and you can get these games over as quick as possible. So for me, the biggest thing for me is literally just getting a bunch of points, getting the whole board. You see all these rewards, you're getting packs, so you're really getting a lot of packs. And people love Diamond Quest, and I 100% agree that Diamond Quest is one of the best ways to get a lot of XP and whatnot. But it's really because with Diamond Quest, you're playing a lot of moments and then showdowns, and then when you face that the guy who's trying to attack you, he pretty much is a legend game or Hall of Fame game, one or the other. And if you don't have a really good team to do that with, you can lose. If you're a good player, you don't have to worry about that, but if you're a new player starting out, you do, because it just sucks losing to that. So my biggest advice is do Conquest. If you don't really know how to do Conquest, it's super simple. All you really gotta do is pretty much this. Let me go to Sword Map. All you really have to do is you're in attack phase right now, so you just pretty much get as much ground of like the little, oh my gosh, I don't know if it's a pentagon. It is a pentagon. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Octagons. It's not an octagon. I don't know my shapes.
That is not correct.
You pretty much just get as much as you can, go up to a team, and then really to get the veteran, I usually play on veteran. It's just super simple. It's super easy. I don't have to worry about sweating, and I usually get only one-run games anyways to finish it all off. I'll just go around, get as much as I can, attack around the team, and then just try to get to about 10 or 15. Usually in the beginnings, it's usually 10, if I'm not mistaken, or 15. But you see, I'm already gotten packs, and I haven't even played the game yet. Like, I literally have not played a single game, and I've already gotten packs. Like, these are the best ways to get cheap packs. But it's also the best way to get XP, because you get a lot of XP for this. The big key thing is, for me, how to get good players, how to get good cards, is XP. Simple as that. Because on top of you getting those packs and getting XP, you finish the whole program. So you get the Manny Ramirez. Oh my goodness grief. The Manny Ramirez, all those like the boss packs. And then when you get towards the end, you get that 30k repeat. That's where the money's at. That's where I like to think. I've already gotten like 2 of the ultra rounds and ended up getting like 20k off of both of them, stubs wise. You know what I mean? As of right now, obviously my stub count is low, but that's because I'm working on getting all my collections done. Another thing that can also help you get a bunch of stubs on top of doing the Conquest, you should play the games, like I said, as quick as possible. After doing all that, sometimes you have a showdown to do. Mini seasons is cool. It's just a lot of time and effort. If you're a new player, by all means, play mini seasons. Finish the whole season. It's free packs, it's free players, it's all that, and you get a lot of practice. You can play on whatever difficulty you choose. It's a lot of practice. By all means, you can do it on mini season. The only thing is you have to update your roster every time. Direct request is also really cool for getting players. It's just playing on that gold difficulty is crazy. It's fun. I've done it before and I've gotten it. It's crazy. But also, when you face that boss guy, just make sure you have a decent enough team to where you can beat him on a certain difficulty. But if you want online practice, best advice is going to BR. Easily. It's only 1,500 stubs. You can get 1,500 stubs easily. Well, playing BR, just make sure you know how to draft the team, draft relievers, do not draft starters. And then with hitters, get ones that have, for me personally, I get ones with high clutch. I'd rather have a bigger PCI and get a base knock. But you 100% get good players enough to where they all can hit home runs. So for me personally, do the Battle Royale, because when you do the Battle Royale, it helps you get a lot of the multiplayer program stuff. I've already finished this. This card is trash. Do not use this card. But I've already finished this. I've completed all of it. It's pretty much got a bunch of XP. I got a chase pack. I got Pendleton, one of the best cards in the game, one of my favorite cards in the game. I did it all. Like I finished it all. I still even use this Mark Davis, this absolute dog. So like, you know, you do the basic stuff in BR. You can do all these stats in BR, damn near almost all of them. These two, you might have to play a couple ranked games, but by that time you get to these 2 points, I know you will have a good enough team, because you're getting all these awards from this, and you're also getting a lot of awards from doing the conquest and doing all that. I would suggest don't play a ranked game until you know your team is good enough. Do not use any golds. Make sure your team is full diamonds. You have a good bullpen. I mean, don't get me wrong, gold relievers are really good. Matt Strom, damn near probably gonna go diamond this year. Like, you'll have a lot of those diamonds, or those goals that have a high hits per nine. When any relievers get a high hits per nine, make sure you have good relievers, good pitchers, and good hitters, especially with preference, for sure. And you can get those doing those programs, like I said before. So you can really do all these in BR, a majority of these at least. The only ones you'll probably have to do in is the events one, and then with the Jose Bautista and Mark Davis and Pendleton. But other than that, like, you can get a lot of this stuff done while doing that. Also, I would say you can still get the win streak rewards from doing this. You still get a pack on top of that, and usually the first time you can do it for free. It's good practice if you don't play a lot. That's my personal opinion. You get a lot of good practice, you get a lot of experience, because the big thing of getting better at this game is playing online. And the big thing is Battle Royale is the best way to do it, because you see how people usually pitch and so on and so forth, and you can still use fun cards. So let's say like you get a Roman Anthony in the draft, you can still parallel XP him, so by the time you do get him from collections, he's on your team already paralleled up. The big thing as well to get quick and easy stubs is whenever you open a pack, let's look. When you open a pack, and Sky Report, nice. When you open a pack, any cards that you really do have or you don't have, like let's say for me personally, I don't need this card, of course, just quick sell. Any duplicates, quick sell. Like, it's so much simpler. You get your VC at the point. Usually people open packs and just let that all go. You're missing out on stubs, because I know you're not going to want to go back and try to get those, like, get stubs back. So just sell the ones that you know you really don't need. Like, I'm going to keep this. Usually you want to keep these for these like little mini collections. And just pull another pack. Like, you really don't need to keep all these, you know, in order. See, I don't need this card. I already have them. Boom, I keep them. But also cards like these that you don't have, keep them for this next part, because you want to use these for your live series collections. I want to keep this as well. The biggest thing is getting the star collections. You get free easy packs. The live series ones, I would say try to keep as many of these cards as you can. The reason I say that is because as a no money spent guy, I really done investments. I don't really do them. I'm sorry. Like, I know that's the way to do it and get a bunch of stubs, you know, but it's a risk. It's a high risk, high reward type of thing. The big thing I did though was I have all these. Like, okay, of course he's not there, but I have all the golds, all the silvers, all that, like, on the team. Like, you can't tell me otherwise that I don't have them. Only thing that I'm really missing is the main diamonds, and there's a reason why I'm missing the main diamonds. These are like over $1 million plus worth of diamonds that I have to get, you know, for stubs, and that's a risk I'm not willing to take right now. You know what I mean? Over time you will get those. And the big thing for me is when you're doing these programs, make sure you get the pipeline packs, especially right now. These pipeline players are super cheap. Like, all these, I mean, some of these golds, can't get all those, but like the Christian Moore, oh, that's not even there. The Cole Montgomery, 600 stubs. You know what I mean? A lot of these are 600 stubs. So you can get guys like Carson Williams for dirt cheap, Roman Anthony for dirt cheap. These cards are great. Like, I use majority of these cards. Carson Williams got replaced, but I use majority of these cards. Like the Roman Anthony, love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the game. He trash. I don't use him. Don't use him. But like even with the new threads, when you do the new threads program, buy the cheap codes. I'm not gonna lie, you can buy them, do a buy order, buy the cheap codes, and get the Bregman, the Roldis, and I got enough to get to the Anthony Santander, one of the best cards in the game. I did all these strictly based off team affinity. Big thing with team affinity, it's super easy. You can do cheap collections. Like a lot of those, some of the teams don't have a diamond on there. You can do that and get you a quick and easy Jolts player. Like Boston was the best example for me. You literally end up using a lot of the Boston cards. So you usually get these Boston like XP stuff very easily. And then because Boston doesn't have a diamond on the team is very cheap to do, I just exchanged the card and ended up getting a great pitcher who's actually in my rotation. Same thing with a lot of these like teams like the White Sox, the Twins, I think the Rays, they were like the Cardinals, actually they have a diamond. The Rockies, the Giants, you know, teams like that, you can easily complete these because they don't really have a bunch of diamonds, and even some of them have cheap diamonds to where you can still complete them. But by then you're getting the Jolt. You want to create the Jolt because I think by the end of the month of April you get, you know, a new team affinity comes out and you want the voucher to get the better players, and they give you XP. Like I said, the big thing is XP. XP is the key thing to completing this whole entire team of sorts. And my other tip is if you pull a good diamond, let's say that you pull like a Ketel Marte or like a Bobby Witt, the ones that are over 100k, and you do not have a good team, and you really don't want to spend the time grinding, bro, just sell the card. I would sell the card. All you really need is about 100k to create a good team. Like, it's super easy. Don't get me wrong, I would still suggest spending some time doing the programs, getting the free, easy, cheap players, and put them into your lineup, and then use that 100k to do some of the collections and get those good players that are in the collection rewards to put on your team. That was the big key for me. My friends were pulling a bunch of diamonds. I was honestly telling them to sell them because there's no point in keeping them, especially with diamonds being so high in price right now. And I guarantee you they're gonna drop in price whenever the first roster update comes through, because everybody's gonna be buying the cards and everybody's gonna be pulling the cards, opening packs. It's gonna be a market crash, 100%. It happens every time. And I would sell all those diamonds now and sell all those high expensive players now, and then diamonds though. Golds keep, silvers keep, commons keep, all that keep, because you want to still put it in your collection. So when you, after you finish getting all those and finishing all those like golds and diamonds and all that, when you do start pulling those diamonds again, you could damn near just keep them because you already have a good team to where you don't really necessarily need to sell them. Unless you want a certain card, then I 100% agree. But for me personally, a lot of my collections have been done because I generally like these players. I'm not doing this. Don't do the spring breakout. I'm sorry. It's too much work for just this guy. Only card that you really want is these two, and I really just use this one. But like with the new threads, one of my buddies, he pulled a 100k card. I'm like, look, do the new threads program. You're guaranteed to get a couple. You're going to get like 5 players. And then you could really just buy 5 of these golds that are really, okay, wow, that Jefferson profile is going for a lot. But you could buy the Isaac Paredes for about 2k. And then, you know, get the Alex Bregman. The Bregman still counts on top of that. And then you can still buy all these little cheap cheap 86s that aren't even going for that much, for about 10k a piece. Like, you can really spend a lot. Like, you don't really have to buy like the Willie Adames, the Walker Buehler. You can do that from Diamond Quest or buy it for super cheap. I guarantee you that's a cheap one right now. The Willie Adames is probably like 7k. Exactly. So it's easy to get these collections done because usually there's a Diamond Quest that comes out, so you get the free like higher overall cards, and then you still get the 86 overall cards on top of that. And then you have the program, because by the end of it all, you're gonna have about at least 10 to 15 cards that are for you to have to put into the collections, and then you get one of the collection rewards. It's the same thing with the pipeline. You do the, you know, the Diamond Quest and all that extra stuff, and you get these good cards. And even with that also, if you want quick and easy packs, make sure you keep your jerseys. As me personally, I do. Like, I'm only 2 away from getting a 3,000 stubs. You know what I mean? And then you the throwbacks, like, okay, I'm a little far away, but still, like, you keep the jerseys, you get easy stubs, you get easy packs. Just keep them. Who cares? Like, you can sell them. Don't get it wrong. You can. If you prefer to sell them and you don't really care for the jerseys, by all means, sell them. But me personally, I'm just going to keep them. Like, that's why I usually keep a lot of these, because I can just put them in the collections, and then hopefully over time I get the packs and I get the stubs. it's just, you know, something to do in the background. You can't sell all these, but really, who cares enough to do that? And by the time I finish all these jerseys and stuff, anytime I pull a pack, I could just sell everything. It'll be no point in me keeping them unless it's a diamond of sorts. So that's pretty much all my advice. You know, you can do these as well, keep these and then put them in for collections of whatnot. But that's really my whole entire advice on doing this. You can look at investments. That's something you would have to do in your own time. You're just seeing what players, if you like the game of baseball and you think this player is really playing great and out of his mind, and you can see on the game he's like a low overall, and you're like, oh, he's not, he's playing higher than that overall. By all means, invest. Make sure you do buy orders. Don't buy off like the regular price. Do buy orders. I guarantee there's a bunch of videos on how to do a buy order. Do a buy order. You want a buy order. Sell orders as well. When you pull a good card or you pull a diamond or something like that, put the sell order, because usually people are buying the regular price when you can buy it for cheaper. That's my biggest tip. You save a bunch of stubs. I was gonna say BC. My 2K mine just came in. You save a bunch of stubs. You save a lot of stuff like that. Please do buy orders. But that's pretty much all the tips I have. Use cards that you like. Use cards that are good overalls. Use the free cards. I'm telling you, I'm a World Series player, bro. I don't really like to brag about that because it was only 800 rating this year, so it was nothing crazy. But I did that with these cards. I don't have a crazy 92 overall team. I don't have a crazy collections. I don't have any 99s or 90 overall cards. I just have cards that I like, that are free and easy to use, and they're fun to use. I enjoy this. So have fun. It's gonna take time. I won't lie. If you don't pull crazy cards, it's gonna take some time. But in the end, it's worth it when you play ranked, because you have a good enough team to whoop some ass. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Peace.